All right, we are here, and it is beautiful. I'll give it a few seconds to see if anyone shows up today with these beautiful readings. Hello! So today it is still a reading, however, it is a reading based around love. Today has been a busy day, but I hope you guys have had a better day. By the way, if you have any suggestions for the next video, you can go ahead and place it in the chat. All right. So I'll go ahead and I'll just start the reading, and whoever comes along will come along. Okay. So what reading does the universe have for the collective? Alrighty, nothing's really popping out. So I'm just going to go ahead and split the deck. So we actually have this beautiful death and rebirth card. Let's see, how much space? I have enough space. I'm actually going to move the camera back a little bit so we have a bit more space. So we have this beautiful death and rebirth card. My allergies are acting up today, so excuse any sneezes that happen during this stream. All right. So we have the death and rebirth, the Knight of Cups, the Four of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. So what I'm getting for the collective in terms of unconditional love is that mostly for the collective, there's old ways of being that need to die to allow in this unconditional love. And this could be old programmings, the way society has told you love should be, the type of love you may have seen from your parents, from friends, from siblings. Not everyone is going to have a good relationship, and that is completely okay. We are all meant to be our own individual selves. So to allow in this unconditional love, we first need to understand what we were taught, what we have seen, and what has permeated in our subconscious. However that applies to you. This could be, a plethora of things because everyone grows up in very different families. This is also allowing an unconditional love is allowing people to bring forth, options. Like this Knight of Cups here, it's like an offering of love. And sometimes when we're offered love that we know is good for us, we'll shun it, we'll push it away. And it's not because, this person was awful. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's also about how we feel. Oh, I don't feel worthy of that. I'm not beautiful enough. I'm not this enough. I'm not that enough. And that's really where the universe is saying is that the only person who can really see you as the beauty as you are is yourself. I'm going to sneeze. I'm sorry. My allergies are killing me. I need to get some allergy pills. But the only person who can see you as your most beautiful self is yourself. So be the first person to offer yourself love. That is the most important thing. And I know everyone will say, love yourself before you can love another. This doesn't particularly mean that you can't love somebody else. This just means that you need to prioritize your own love, your own unconditional love, before you can let anybody else come into your life. Now, this doesn't mean that this person's going to come in when you're at your full capacity and you're your best self. You're meant to grow. You're going to continue to grow. You will not be your best self overnight. It will take years to become your best self. So if a person comes along and is willing to offer you love, always remember that even if you want to get in a relationship with this person, you can. Nothing is stopping you. But in this relationship, constantly remind yourself that you are deserving of love. And with this Four of Wands here, what we have is allow yourself to celebrate love. Celebrate self-love. Celebrate love from friends, from family, from a lover, from yourself. Not all of us have friends. That's okay. I don't have any friends. That is perfectly fine. It's not because of so-and-so. It's just because no one really likes what I do. So, but that's just me. I'm meant to be a lone wolf. I am okay with that. But that doesn't mean that I don't deserve love. That means that I give myself that love. And if someone along the way decides to be my friend, that is okay too. But you cannot wait for people to come into your life to make you happy, because that will never happen. You have to be happy with your current situation. So when these people come in, they're not dictating who you become and what you're interested in. This is all about allowing unconditional love, because unconditional love has no, for lack of a better word, conditions. You're not like, oh, well, your dad's not rich, so like there's no conditions. There's no, oh, you have a disability, so you have mental illness, so that is not unconditional love. That is a love with conditions. Unconditional love is going, I see your disability, I see your mental illness, and that's not going to be a barrier for me. You may not be financially set, or you may be extremely financially set, however it applies to you. But I have no conditions of being your friend, of being, well, actually in family, it's a little bit skewed. But people who you consider family can also be unconditional. We are not allowed to choose our families. So never feel bad if you feel that you cannot connect with your family the way that you want to. That is okay. You didn't get to choose them, but you get to choose your friends. And you can choose the people that you choose to have romantic relationships with. So allow unconditional love in those areas of your life. With the Knight of Pentacles here, this is also about movement for the collective. For those who are single, unconditional love is coming to you guys, because you guys are leaving everything else behind. You're choosing to enter into this death and rebirth. And for some people, it is harsh. It is hard. There's a lot of crying. There's a lot of overwhelm. There's a lot of screaming, a lot of trying to reach out to people. And for some, it's an easy transition. And for others who are already in a relationship, this just means that your relationship is only going to get better. But not always. Because sometimes we realize that we're in relationships that do not serve us. And it is time to move on. This is for the collective. So however that applies to you, allow it to apply. Listen to your intuition. Look at your situation. Feel where you are. And accept the situation, but not the energy. If you feel the energy does not speak to you, you don't have to accept it. You cannot control who is around you 24/7. You cannot control who talks to you 24/7, but you can control whose energy you allow into your life. All right, let's pull a few more cards. Okay. Yeah, finding balance. Another part of allowing unconditional love is finding balance in your life. This could be finding balance financially, finding balance even in hobbies, in habits, in ways of being. Let's say, for example, you like waking up at 9 o'clock in the morning, and right after you wake up, you like brushing your teeth. After you brush your teeth, you may wash your face, put lotion on your face, and maybe every Friday you'll wake up and take a shower instead of just doing that. Like how you do it, like find balance in that way. Financially, this could be about manifesting wealth, but not forcing it. Rather just saying, I am ready and I am worthy of wealth, and allowing it to come to you. Through manifestation, you can actually find a form of balance, though it is also coming from a place of, I don't have enough, rather coming from a place of, I have more than I need, and I am ready to receive more. Even if you have $1 in your bank account, however that may apply to you. Also, with this Two of Pentacles, this is about balance in your relationships. When it comes to unconditional love, we are loving people when they're mean. Because, sometimes people have bad days and they don't try to take it out on you, but sometimes they do. Sometimes they'll get pissed off, and because they love you and because they're close to you, they'll just be like, ooh, like you're getting on my nerves right now. And that's okay. Obviously, if someone's like, oh, you're the worst possible person ever, run as soon as you can, as fast as you can, because that person's not a good person. But the person who loves you will let you know that they're not in a good mood and that they're irritable. So you know that anything that they do throw at you, they don't actually mean it. I have bad days. Everyone else has bad days. Sometimes we lose our tempers. We are all human. Even though we are striving to be our most beautiful, unconditional, loving selves, that doesn't mean that every single day you're going to be happy. That doesn't mean every single day you're going to feel loved. That doesn't mean every single day you're going to feel balanced. That is not part of it. Even the Buddha, Gandhi, whoever you may rely, like, however that may work for you, they all had bad days. But the difference between them and us is flow. But also, they didn't have devices back then. So they didn't have something distracting them 24/7. So it was a very different time where if you wanted to sit down in a forest and do nothing, nothing's really going to distract you. But in today's age, we have electronics, we have alarms, we have different things calling our attention that pulls us in so many different directions. And that's okay. Allowing unconditional love is just allowing things to flow however they may. If you feel that someone is leeching on your unconditional love, let them go. It may not always be clear. At first, you may think, wow, this person is so amazing. They deserve unconditional love. But then they start talking. And they start saying, oh, this friend, they stopped talking to me because of this, but it wasn't even my fault. Oh, this friend or this member stopped talking to me about something, but it wasn't even my fault. The more people they start saying stop talking to them because it wasn't their fault, take that as a red flag. That person is a leech of unconditional love. What we forget is that, yes, there are energy vampires, but there's also love vampires, people who leech on others who are loving and caring because they know you're loving and they know that you're caring and they know that you don't want to give up on them. But another part of unconditional love is realizing that you have to let go because you are deserving of your own unconditional love. And no one should steal that from you. No one should feel they are prioritized for that. Sorry, let me close that. No one should feel prioritized to your unconditional love. Ooh, okay, we'll just stop there. What other beautiful messages? So we have 3 nights, you guys. This is a lot of movement. So for those of you in a relationship or seeking a relationship, expect a lot of movement in your love life. Excuse me. Sorry, allergies. Whew, it was not a good day to open up the window. But for those of you in relationships or seeking relationships or even just in friendships, expect a lot of movement to happen. Expect them either. So it's almost like how it applies to you, because this feels like 3 different types of friends. So we have the friends who are really happy, spontaneous, explosive, who want to spend time with you, who are like, let's do this, let's do that. And then you have friends who are like, wow, the intellectual mind is so powerful. We should, do this, do that, but it's a lot more of a smoother vibe. And then you have friends who are like, ooh, that girl over there, like, no, she didn't. Like, it's very different here. But for some of those friends, especially the ones who are very confrontational, for those in the collective who may not even know that this message is for them, they're going to be losing friends like that. Because those people are just not satisfied with themselves, so they cannot be satisfied with anybody. For those who are very intellectual and want to delve into that intellectual mind there, you may even come up with a new idea with this person. You may decide to start a project with this person, a business with this person, working with this person already, however that applies to you. But these type of friends are really going to start building you up and bringing in more knowledge. But do be mindful with these friends, as these could also be friends who may not believe in what you believe in, but it's not because that, they're like, oh, you're wrong. Rather, they're just very strong on the mental level. And for some friends here, you're just going to want to take a break because they're so like, let's go do this, let's go do that, let's go do this. And you're just like, I would rather just stay at home, even though we're currently kind of stuck at home. For some, that may apply, and for some, that may not. Take it as it applies to your situation. All right. Let's see. What other messages do we have for the collective? Okay. Let's see. What are the parts of allowing unconditional love, or what message do you have? Okay. A lot of cards just flew out right now. Okay, so what I'm really getting here is self-image. Okay, I didn't like that at all. Another part of unconditional love is realizing that not everybody has your best interest, but you should always have your best interest. That's really what I'm getting here with these cards, is not everyone is cheering you on. Not everybody wants to see you succeed. Not everybody loves you as you love yourself, or as you are learning to love yourself. As we have the Four of Swords upright, and this is very powerful energy saying that it is a very good time to spend time alone. Because in this Four of Swords, it's not that she's caged in, rather she is choosing to be in that area where she is taking care of herself on a mental level. With this Five of Cups, this is about self-image, but also about the way you see the world around you. In the collective, there are so many people who feel that they are not loved. In the collective, there are so many people who have everything they want right in front of them, and they're choosing to focus on everything that's not going right. They're upset that they don't have friends. They're upset that they don't have someone to love, to go to sleep with at night, someone to wake up in the morning. They're upset that the family isn't supporting them. And really what I'm getting here with this next card, that Seven of Swords in reverse, where you have the collective has to release that, to allow that unconditional love. You don't get to choose the family you were born into, but you do get to choose the friends and the people that you are with. If you are pushing people away, then understand why you are. Unconditional love first comes from within you. So what is terrifying you about allowing in this unconditional love? Understanding that is a very big part of the collective message that not many are trying to understand, because they don't want to feel that they're the issue. It's not that you are the issue. It is that things need to be healed. And it takes time to heal these things. It could take years. It could take months. It could take days, however that applies to you. But you have to be patient with yourself. You're not going to find the answers magically out of nowhere. The universe is not that simple. The universe wants you to take in the message that it is giving you and then use those lessons for the future. And this is where we're having that break with the collective, as the collective is gaining the knowledge and then throwing it out. Okay, I learned that. I don't need to learn that anymore. It's like when you learn something in school, like you learned how to find the area of a hypotenuse, but can you tell me right now the actual equation to find the area of a hypotenuse? Probably not. If you can, amazing. But I personally could not tell you. It's just something that it's there, you just throw it away once you've done the test and it's over. It may come up every now and then while, you pursue higher education, but that doesn't exactly mean that you're actually going to keep that information. And that's really what the collective is doing, is they're taking that information, learning it, succeeding at it, and then going, okay, I don't need it anymore. And that's not how it works. The universe wants you to hold on to that information and use it for the next day and the next day and the next day, because that information is valuable. Knowledge is very, very valuable. If humans didn't know how to speak or know language, then where would we really be? It's like, yes, you have primates who can actually use tools, like, for example, orangutans, chimpanzees, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they know how to do complex math. You cannot give a chimpanzee an entire chemistry set and go, okay, I want you now to produce sodium chloride using these ingredients. They're going to be like, what? They're probably just going to throw stuff everywhere, probably end up getting burned somewhere. But it's not going to be helpful at all. But we as humans, as this collective consciousness, can take what we know about unconditional love and continue to use that information. But that is where it is being stopped. And this is why I wanted to do this message. With this Seven of Swords and the Knight of Wands, this is saying releasing all of this old energy of how people have wronged you, how people have hurt you. Because you're going to go through life and people are still going to wrong you. People are still going to hurt you. That is okay. You cannot control someone else's actions, but you can't control how you react towards them. This is about not being impulsive, but rather coming from a place of analytical thinking. Why did this person treat me this way? Because I was just standing there minding my own business, but they obviously wanted to start something with me. Why? I want to understand. And when you understand, take that information, take out the person from the equation, and see how you could use that information to your benefit in life. We constantly hold on to the people who wrong us because that's what we know. That's how humans naturally are. But rising into this higher state of being is realizing that the person is irrelevant. The information is everything. It takes time to get there. I'm not saying the collective should do it right now. Oh, right now you should be this way. No. I am here merely to give advice so you guys can find out on your own roads. So you guys can take this information and use it in your life. With this Four of Pentacles here for the collective, if you feel that you are being attacked by a person, whether this be a friend, a member, or even a lover, it is a very prosperous time to start saving. Because there's going to come a lot of movement very, very soon, where we're going to have a collective shift where people are going to be moving residencies. So you may move from one apartment to another. Like, it's like a very big shift here. This could be, people who have pissed you off, like neighbors and stuff like that. And the reason why this is happening is because the universe is saying that your better is coming. We just need you to prepare. And it's not going to be easy because you guys, for the collective, you still have so much energy to work through, but your better is coming for the collective. It is coming. It's just that there's a lot of chaos going on right now, but things are going to get better. Here's a star, by the way. Things are going to get better. We just have to be prepared for when they do. Let's see if there's any more messages. Okay. Okay. So much for that. Okay. Actually, we got the Two of Cups, the Ace of Cups. Okay. So this is a very linear message here. Very linear. Where it's actually, okay. So we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. And this is about actually releasing those swords. Releasing, animosity towards others. Releasing self-image issues. Releasing anything that is trapping you from accessing your own unconditional love. That is what's really coming in for the collective. For some, it is going to be harsh. And for others, it's going to be smooth. For some, it's going to be kind of neutral. Like, it was kind of bumpy, but it was all right. However that applies to you. Actually, this goes here. Because very soon for the collective, we have this beautiful Ace of Cups. And this is really saying for the collective that very, very soon you will tap into your own beautiful unconditional love. And it is going to flow so beautifully, but it is also going to take time. So they're really just trying to prepare the collective to allow this beautiful unconditional love. And they're being met with a lot of resistance, but that is going to come to an end. For some, they're never going to reach that. Okay, too. And with this beautiful Two of Cups here, this is really saying that for those who are ready for their own unconditional love, prepare for a relationship to come into your life. And if you are already in a relationship, prepare for a deepening. So for some of you guys, this could be, a date night. This could be a person finally opening up to you. This could be an engagement. This could be a marriage. This could be so many different things when it comes towards relationships because things are shifting for the better. Things are really shifting for the better in the collective. It's just that it needs to allow, we all need to allow it to just happen. We want to control how things come to us, and that is okay. That is completely okay. This is all about co creating with the universe to allow things to flow in on their own freely. Beautiful, beautiful messages that should flow in when they are ready. And with this beautiful Three of Cups here, this is saying that it will be a time for celebration. We're going to have a lot of engagements, a lot of weddings happening rather soon with the collective, because for those that may have been separated during the start of this pandemic are actually going to be brought together. Like others are going to be brought together towards, I don't want to say the end of it, because I don't personally know. I'm actually going to do one last shuffle here, and I will go ahead and end this message for the collective. As I said previously, if there is any suggestions that you would like for the next collective reading, go ahead and put it in the chat. All right. Let's see if any cards fly out. If not, I'll just flip the deck. Okay. Yeah, we have the Nine of Swords in reverse. So for the collective, a lot of swords are falling away. A lot of feelings of overwhelm are going to be falling away. If you've been trying to manifest a new relationship that is coming for you. Okay. Yeah, we literally have the Ten of Pentacles. This is literally saying that everything's going to be working out in your favor, especially financially. Very soon, everything is going to start working out financially for the collective. It's just that patience is needed. Hard times are going to be falling away soon, and better times are on the horizon, but we need to keep our eyes towards the sun and towards the sky instead of looking at the ground. Because when you look at the ground, all you ever see is asphalt. But when you look at the sky, you can see the clouds in the sky. Like, don't look at the sun, but you can see the beauty of the world all around you. All right. But definitely better times are ahead for the collective, for those who have been manifesting those beautiful energies, and for some who have not. The universe is going to give what is due. Yeah, for a lot of us, we're going to come out of this, especially in April, feeling that we have risen above and beyond our own potentials, and we are finally opening ourselves fully to love, and we are ready. All right, I'm actually just going to go ahead and split the deck one last time. Yeah, balance. Balance needs to be found in everyone's life now, especially when it comes to self-love. So, for my lovelies who are here, I love you all and thank you for coming for this beautiful message. And I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day. Thank you so much. All right. Goodbye, my lovelies.